I once read a story about a man who found a box in his attic. It was an old wooden box filled to the brim with brand new Lego sets, and as he started sorting through them, he realized that there were hundreds of boxes in there, all of them unopened, and it struck him that he'd spent years collecting these, buying them with the intention of building them and playing with them. But he never did. He just kept buying more and more boxes, even though he knew he didn't have time to build them. He was just delaying the inevitable. He knew that one day his kids would come and find these boxes, but by then they'd be too old to play with Legos. So the man was faced with this: destroy the boxes now, which would be a waste, or let his kids be disappointed when they found out that they were too old for Legos. He ended up keeping the boxes, not wanting to waste them, but also not wanting to burden his kids with the responsibility of dealing with them. He just put the box back in the attic and closed the door. That's the story I always think of when I hear the word absurdism. Absurdism is this idea that we keep seeking meaning and purpose in life when deep down we know there isn't any. We just do it because it feels like we should. We're like that man who keeps buying Lego boxes, even though he knows he doesn't have time to build them. But why do we do it? Why do we keep seeking meaning when we know there isn't any? Camus said it's because humans have this innate desire to understand and control their world. But the universe doesn't give us any inherent meaning, so we create our own. That's why we build religions and philosophies and ideologies. We create these things to give our lives meaning, even though deep down we know it's all just make-believe. But Camus didn't think that was a bad thing. He said that's what makes us human. Our ability to create meaning in a meaningless world is what makes us special. In his essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, he uses the Greek myth of Sisyphus as an example. You see, Sisyphus was sentenced to spend eternity pushing a boulder up a hill, only for it to roll down every time he got it to the top. And Camus said, that's what life is like. We spend our whole lives searching for meaning and happiness, but it's always just out of reach. We never really get what we're looking for, but Camus didn't think that was a bad thing. He said, that's what makes us special. We're like Sisyphus, endlessly searching for meaning and happiness, even though we know it's futile. It's in the searching, he said, where we find ourselves. So, yeah, maybe we're all just a bunch of Lego collecting, boulder pushing, meaning making machines, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't keep trying. We should keep trying to make sense of the world and our place in it, even though